Right, hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another episode of me answering the comments you leave me on my videos. Now, this may seem strange. I didn't really want to start doing this, but it's content and you comment on my content and I now can farm the content for your comments to create more content, if that makes sense. Anyway, let's go off with the first one. And this comes from my video of can you live without a home charger with an EV? Answer, by the way, is yes. It comes in from Dougie Brimson. Just watch this, and with petrol at about £1.30 around here, the figure for 356 miles isn't £58.86. It's £48.85. Very true, Doug. Very true. In the video, you will notice the fact that it was around £1.50 something when I did that video. And that's why it cost £58. Now, yes, prices for diesel has dropped dramatically in the 2 years since I've done that video. And yes, I will be revisiting that video because I think it's important. I want to give an honest view of living with an EV, and that does mean good and bad stuff. And at the moment, one of the biggest things which most people cite to me when they say, I can't have an EV, I don't have space to charge at home. I want to kind of do a follow-up video of that, do it again, as the number of chargers has increased dramatically and the prices of charging has changed. I want to show exactly how much it'd be and what it'd be like living with compared to a similar sized car. Okay, next one is, bear with, I have my laptop down here, so yeah, I thought I was going to get away with this, but do you know what, I'm going to bring the laptop up. So the next one is from Steve Lomas K6K. There are several reasons drag and load impact the range of an EV more than a normal car, but the more practical issue is that range loss is a far bigger problem with a car with an already limited range, far longer wait times and less opportunity to get it back. When you can get 400 plus miles in around 2 minutes, anywhere, any weather, losing little range is not an issue. And that comes from my video on how putting a bike rack on this Cupra Tavascan affected its range. Now, I totally agree that compared to a 600, 800 mile diesel petrol car, the range is limited on this car. However, I'm not too sure about the more practical range loss. Is limited range and far longer wait times and with less opportunity to get it back. There are more charging stations in the UK now than there are petrol stations. Yes, it does take slightly longer to replenish your range. I'm currently on Ionity, and this is why I've got literally 10 or 15 minutes until this car is finished charging. So this is going to be a short video. But yes, it takes slightly longer, but the opportunities to get it back, I don't think are limited. Yes, it's a greater percentage of the range lost by having drag on. One thing I need to do is I need to get my other half's car and do the same in petrol only mode rather than in hybrid mode. I want to do it petrol only mode, redo that test on a similarly sunny day, because for some reason it is bright and beaming in Warrington. This is our summer, I'm guessing. It's only May, but I'm guessing this is summer. So yeah, I want to repeat that test with a combustion car and see percentage wise if it's similar, and obviously the amount of range affected won't be similar, but percentage loss difference. Okay, next one is one from Barry WG5J. I'm guessing the last 3 digits are a randomizer, but okay. And this was from a bike rack video, and this came in literally seconds after I posted it. And his comment was, "Never get me in EV." Yeah, okay. And I quietly responded, "That was quick. The video's been up literally minutes, and surely you can't have watched it and all the conclusions." So yeah. Also, what came from this is I'm going to start doing this. Comment of the show goes to Super Ted. Super Ted put up, "I have no intention of getting you an EV," and frankly, that's Super Ted. Thank you very much. That was perfect. You made me smile a lot with that comment. Yes, there are people out there who are very, very blunt about not wanting EVs. To comment on a video literally seconds after it's posted, and without being able to have watched a full video or seen the conclusions I made, that's just spamming, and I don't have really much time for it. Although a couple of minutes I've just wasted on it. Okay, this is one I get quite often, but this is about the video I did on the potential price war in the charging market. It is just get a Tesla, a much cheaper and very efficient network. And yes, Tesla is a bigger network at the moment for charging. I personally have a couple of issues with giving money to Tesla at the moment due to their CEO and some of his thoughts and behaviors. That's my personal choice. If you want to use Tesla chargers, feel free, go ahead, use Tesla chargers. Will I buy a Tesla? No. I've driven Model X, S, Y, Model 3, the updated Model 3 Highland, it's called, and the Juniper, the updated Model Y. And the Model Y, when I borrowed it and had a friend in it, he nicknamed it the Vomit Comet. And I got the similar things from friends who have Model Ys. The suspension is nausea-inducing. The ride comfort is not good in Model Ys. I don't like that. I'm also not a big fan of minimalist interiors. But they are good cars. They are very, very efficient, but I'm not a fan. Next, from the same video about the potential pricing war, what about the cost of Tesla open to all chargers for a comparison? Now, that's a good point. And here are some of the local Tesla chargers to me, and one from if I go up to Edinburgh. But you see, the thing is, the prices at different Tesla chargers, especially the open to alls, change a lot. They're not, whereas Ionity is a fixed price, and then when you have a subscription, it's fixed price taken off. Same with Fastned. Same with, in the video I mentioned, Instavolt, and the fact that they have an off-peak charge rate. With Tesla open to all, some of the stations are a fixed rate of 65 pence. Some have different charging times and different charging rates. And it's very hard for me to say, oh, great, okay, for Instavolt, the price has come down to 55 pence between these hours. But I can't say that for Tesla because different stations charge at different costs. And it's very hard for me to go, oh, yeah, Tesla's really, really cheap because, well, the ones near me are a flat rate of 65 pence. And that's not as cheap as if I went to an Ionity, if I went to a Arnold Clark. But anyway, so that's the reason why I didn't include it in the comparison, because it's not a direct comparison. I can't say, yes, it's definitely cheaper, because sometimes it isn't. Are you happy for your daughter to travel around in a potential firebomb? Mine won't, thank goodness. This also comes from a Charging War video. I think this is making reference to the reports in the media about electric cars being fire hazards. Statistically, they're not. Statistically, I think it's between 70 times more likely, 17. it is numerous times more likely that you will have a fire in a combustion engine vehicle, and when you compare it to an electric vehicle. And just to go back onto this whole potential firebomb thing, let's flip this round and say, seeing how most combustion cars have their petrol tanks underneath the back seat, are you happy for your children, your friends, your family, your loved ones to sit on a tank of very corrosive, toxic liquid and the associated vapors, which are explosive? It's 6 and 2 threes, because combustion engine cars are a fire risk. Electric vehicles, if mistreated, like if a combustion car is mistreated, they become fire risks. Okay, so this is actually from one of the bike videos I did, possibly the cheapest bike in the country. Great video. What's the story with the list price? It's showing us £299.99 on Decathlon. But you bought a refurb return? So no, I didn't buy a refurb return. I actually went and spoke to the manager at Decathlon, and he said that this was a previous model years. It was brand new. It wasn't even a display model. It was just stock that they're wanting to get rid of. So yeah, that's why I got it for £149. They would have offered that to anybody, not just me, because, well, I am nobody. Yeah, that's the reason why. Why are you recording with a handheld mic? Clip it on your shirt. This comes from a video of Road Trip Heaven or Hell, where I went up to the Cairngorms and I did the intro holding one of these mics. Now, I have 2 of these mics, and one does have a clip and one doesn't have a clip. And on that road trip, I had both in the car because I was going to have my friend Mark doing some chatting as well. Unfortunately, I couldn't find the one of these with a clip, so for the intro, so I had to do it holding the mic. That's why. But now that I found it, I can use it clipped on. Yeah, and that's it. That's a very, very quick video. I hope you don't mind me going through stuff. If you have any more comments, if you have any questions about EV life, about what's involved in charging, buying, living with EVs, let me know in the comments below. Or if you just want to spam me with absolute tosh, do it in one of the videos, and you'll be in the next video, and somebody somewhere will also win comment of the show again, like Super Ted did this week. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you soon. Bye.